Good morning and welcome back to Ginger's Kitchen. Well, this morning before I went to work, I decided to do a turkey meatloaf. I was going to do it when I got home, but I get home kind of late, so I decided I had a couple hours in the morning. I'm going to go ahead and make it. And this is a quick version of this recipe. Usually I make my own breadcrumbs for it, but today I'm using my store brand Italian breadcrumbs. Now, traditionally, this dish is an Italian dish because you use Italian seasoning and you use a sun-dried tomato pesto. So in with the breadcrumbs, you can see I did probably a quarter of a cup, just did a little small handful of shredded, that's Romano cheese. It's shredded Romano cheese. And to that, I chopped up some cheddar cheese, and I like the cheddar a little chunky so that you actually taste it. Then I added the sun-dried tomato pesto. Now I didn't measure it, but it was probably like an eighth of a cup. You can see the amount that's in the middle there. You don't want any of the ingredients to overpower the dish. You want somebody to take a bite into it and say, "Oh, what's in here?" And then try to figure out what it is they're tasting. And that's the sign of a good dish. Nothing overpowers it. And then one large egg to bind it all together, and you want it to have some moisture. And this was pretty moist. But if when you're mixing it, you think it may look a little dry, add just a little tiny drop of milk. Not too much, just a tiny bit, and then see if it looks like it's moist enough. You don't want it to be mushy. Mix it all until it's combined, but don't overmix. You're just trying to get the ingredients together. Now I sprayed my loaf pan with some non-stick cooking spray. Then I shook Italian seasoning all around the edges, the bottom, and all four sides so that when you ate the meatloaf, you were going to get that seasoning. I didn't add any extra seasoning actually in the meatloaf because I used Italian breadcrumbs with the Italian seasoning in it, and I also put it all in the dish before I put the meatloaf in the loaf pan. Usually when I do this meatloaf, I wrap it in parchment paper, and I wrap it in bacon, not a ton of bacon. Originally, I used to do the whole thing in bacon. Now I just kind of lay bacon strips across the top because I have some family members that don't want to eat a lot of bacon. Because this is the faster version of this recipe that I'm making quickly this morning before going to work, what I did is I always have bacon drippings frozen in the freezer. I took a little chunk, melted it, and I brushed it on top before it went in the oven to have that little bit of bacon flavor. Now, ovens vary. I baked mine at 375, but then I always use a meat thermometer to test for doneness. In my oven, it was in there for a little over a half an hour at 375, but again, all ovens vary, so you have to adjust for yours. Use a meat thermometer. It takes the guesswork out of it, and it's much safer. And you can find information online on what each meat needs to be cooked to for safety. So here it is. Here's the turkey meatloaf. And I also roasted some potatoes, shook some Italian seasoning and a little bit of olive oil on potatoes, roasted them while the meatloaf and the potatoes roasted at the same time. And when I get home tonight, dinner will be waiting in the fridge. Until next time, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this recipe.